comes 21st in the New Persian alphabet and 18th in Arabic Hijri order. The Ayin glyph in these various languages represents, or has represented, a voiced pharyngeal fricative, or a similarly articulated consonant, which has no equivalent or approximate substitute in the sound system of English. There are many possible transliterations. Origins. The letter name is derived from Proto-Semitic *Ayin, I, and the Phoenician letter had an I shape, ultimately derived from the I hieroglyph to this day. Ayin in Hebrew, Arabic, Amharic, and Maltese means I and spring. The Phoenician letter gave rise to the Greek Omicron, Latin O, and Cyrillic, all representing vowels. The sound represented by Ayin is common to much of the Afrasiatic language family, such as the Egyptian, Kurdic, and Semitic languages. Some scholars believe that the sound in Proto-Indo-European transcribed H3 was similar, though this is debatable. Transliteration. Ayin is usually transliterated into the Latin alphabet with modifier letter left half ring. This is true in DIN 31635 romanization of Arabic. This symbol originated from Semitic romanization and Egyptological transliteration, where it was inspired by the Greek spiritus asper. Example: the name of the letter itself, Ayin, as a substitute for the left half ring. Other symbols resembling it are sometimes used, such as a superscript C, as in ALA-LC romanization of Arabic, a single opening quotation mark, the grave accent, or the IPA pharyngeal symbols, and however, such substitutions obviously may cause confusion, such as with the glottal stop consonant Hamza. In loan words, Ayin is commonly omitted altogether. Examples: Iraq al-Iraq, Oman Oman, Saudi Arabia al-Arabia as Saudi ya, Arab or Arabic, Arabi, Oman Oman, etc. Specifically for use in transliterating the Egyptian language, and were added to the Latin extended D range in Unicode version 5.1. The Maltese language, which uses a Latin alphabet, writes the Ayin as GH and is for the most part unvocalized in speech. The Latin orthography for the Somali language represents the Ayin with the ordinary Roman letter C. The informal way to represent it in Arabic chat alphabet uses the digit 3 as transliteration. Hebrew Ayin. Hebrew spelling, Ayin, along with Aleph, Resh, and Heth, cannot receive a dagesh. Phonetic representation. Ayin has traditionally been described as a voiced pharyngeal fricative. However, this may be imprecise. Although a pharyngeal fricative has occasionally been observed for Ayin in Arabic, and so therefore may occur in Hebrew as well, the sound is more commonly epiglottal, and may also be a pharyngealized glottal stop. In some historical Sephardi and Ashkenazi pronunciations, Ayin represented a velar nasal sound, as in English singing. Remnants of this can be found in the Yiddish pronunciations of some words such as jankev and mance from Hebrew han. But in other cases the nasal has disappeared and been replaced by j, such as majza and majrov from Hebrew han. In Israeli Hebrew it represents a glottal stop in certain cases, but is mostly silent. However, often changes in adjoining vowels testify to the former presence of a pharyngeal or epiglottal articulation. As well, it may be used as a shibboleth to identify the social background of a speaker, as Mizraim and Arabs tend to use the more traditional glottal stop in almost all cases. Ayin is also one of the three letters that can take a furtive patich ganav. In Hebrew loanwords in Greek and Latin, Ayin is sometimes reflected as pagram. Since the biblical phonemes and were both represented in Hebrew writing by the letter Ayin. Because of this, we get Gomorrah from the original, Amorah, and Gaza from the original, Azza. In Yiddish, the Ayin is used to write the vowel E. Significance in gematria. Ayin represents the number 70. Ayin is also one of the 7 letters which receive special crowns when written in a Sefer Torah. Because the sound is difficult for most non-Arabs to pronounce, it is often used as a shibboleth by Arabic speakers. Other sounds. such as a and ad are also used. Arabic Ayin. The Arabic letter is the 18th letter of the alphabet. It is written in one of several ways depending on its position in the word. Pronunciation Ayin, coming from the middle of the throat, is one of the most common letters in Arabic and one of the most notoriously difficult sounds for Western learners to pronounce or hear. One piece of advice for people trying to make the Ayin sound is to sing the lowest possible note, then one lower, due to its position as the innermost letter to emerge from the throat. Al-Khalil ibn Ahmad al-Farahidi, who wrote the first Arabic dictionary, actually started writing with Ayin as the first letter instead of the 18th. He viewed its origins deep down in the throat as a sign that it was the first sound, the essential sound, the voice and a representation of the self. Depending on the region, the Arabic Ayin ranges from a pharyngeal to an epiglottal. In Persian language and other languages using the Perso-Arabic script, it is pronounced as, and rarely as, in some languages. As in Hebrew, the letter originally stood for two sounds, the other being, and. When pointing was developed, gain was distinguished with a dot on top for. In Maltese, which is written with the Latin alphabet, the digraph GH, which is known by its Arabic name AJN, is used to write what was originally the same sound. Character encodings.